is going on, guys? Let's see here.
Let's test your speaker before you go and have a great live show. Have a great live show from all of us on the StreamYard team to wherever you are. Have a happy holiday. Have a happy holiday.
All right, there we go. What is going on, guys? Can you hear me? Mic check 1 2 1 2. What is going on, guys? Let's see. Lee Davidson's Hanger said, "Have a great live show." Y'all heard that music too? Pretty interesting, right? I don't know where that came from whatsoever. That was crazy. I don't know who that was, to be honest with you. That was not Jeff. Let's see here. Let's make sure you guys can hear me. That singing that you guys heard was like the communications test that I do in the headphones. So that was funny. Nice. Let's see here. So what's going on? Jeff will be signing on here shortly, guys. What's new with you all? What is going on? We got a couple of things we're going to talk about today. Let's see here. We definitely got... Let's see. Jeff just said he forgot what time it was. But anyway, let's see. You brought the Falco-Wolf. Yes, I did. Guys, take a look at it. Got the Falco-Wolf 190. So we're going to be doing a maiden on that. You'll notice I've been switching the gears quite a bit and doing a lot of warbirds, man. I have never been much of a warbirds guy and decided to switch it up a notch and try something a little different. So here we are. We got some warbirds, and it should be pretty good. Let's see here. Somebody's been playing with my stuff, my camera. There we go. But yeah, man, that's what we've got. So we've got the Falco-Wolf. I'm excited about that. I'm not so sure if it's going to be a fast bird. We actually had a chance to look at the E-Flight, the P-47, not the P-47, but the Mustang. We saw the Mustang. What's going on, Hamilton's Hangar, Snow Valley, Lee Davidson's Hangar, GB Linden. What is up, man? Guys, nice to have you guys in here, especially on this holiday time. You know, a lot of people are still out and about. What's up, Lee, man? You know, people are still out with their family and everything. So, but yeah, so I'll pick that one up, and you know, it's Bond and Fly. So I'm excited to see how it flies. I know it's not going to be very fast, but we'll have to see how it does, you know. One cool thing we're definitely going to talk about is, let's see, what's that say? One thing we're going to talk about is the Yak 11 by Hobbyking. It is awesome. It is very, very cool. So I think that's cool. Let's see here. Let's jump into there. Let's see what some of you guys got. Snow Valley says, "You bought the Falco-Wolf." I sure did. What's up, Hamilton Hanger? Good to see you in here, man. Lee Man's in the house. Nice. Lee Davidson's Hanger said, "I switched it up and got a 1700 FMS P18. That Super Cub's awesome, man. That should be a awesome, awesome flyer." Victor said, "Anti-Kenny show." I don't know which Kenny he is talking about. I don't know. Let's see here. Lee Man. Let's see. GB Linden says it really is a cool plane, man. He says we're still waiting for good weather to fly ours. Yeah, you know, today is super rainy here. It's weird because it's 70 something degrees here. It's like 72, 73. Extremely weird. But yeah, you know, I was thinking about doing an unboxing tonight. Maybe do one online, do one live while we're here. So it will be pretty cool to see. But I'm kind of excited about it, man. I do hope that it's faster than the Mustang, because me and Jeff were both kind of let down with the speed of the Mustang. We were kind of like, man, we thought it'd be a little bit faster than that, but if I'm not mistaken, I believe they share the same motor. Let's see here. Lee Man says, "Is Jeff hiding?" No, Jeff is not hiding at all. He literally, he just he told me he was clearing his tab and he forgot what time it was. And I just talked to the guy like a couple of hours ago. So there you go. Let's see. GB says we have a foot of fresh snow on the ground. Wow, man. I'll be honest with you. Here in North Carolina, we don't get a lot of snow. It'd be nice to see a lot of snow. I promise you that. Let's see. Snow Valley. He says, I have the Avios Albatross coming with an ugly stick chaser. Yeah, man. I'm telling you, man, Avios products, I had never paid them much attention. I've always wanted the MiG 17, the 90 millimeter they came out with. And you could never find them. There must be good planes because they get out of stock really quick. So he says, good planes, snow. I've flown both. They're great. Yeah, so that's pretty awesome. I'm definitely good with that. So I'm excited about both of these planes. But I'll tell you what, I actually had a chance to fly the Yak 11. So we've already done the maiden flight on it. And I was extremely surprised at its flight envelope. It is a very smooth flying airplane. It's got a lot of torque. It is a very torquey engine on there, and I think that thing's swinging like a 17.6 prop or 16 something prop. But yeah, it is a awesome flying airplane for sure. It flies good, and it's got really good speed. It's fast. And we had a nasty tailwind that day, so it was extremely zippy. Let's see here. Lee Man says it's 70 degrees here in South Texas. Yeah, man, it's crazy. It's December and it's 70. Meanwhile, it's snowing over there. We're in California right now, where GB Linden's at on the West Coast. I don't know if he's in California or not. Let's see here. Did we miss anything? Let's see here. Cool. Lee Davidson's hangar. Awesome. Awesome. But yeah, guys, we've got a couple of things we're going to talk about here. I thought it'd be fun. We've got some good topics here. We're going to talk about these two airplanes later, but let's talk about some cool things. And when Jeff gets back here, we'll talk about it. So, FMS Pitts 1400 millimeter review. Was it great? I don't know if you guys had a chance to actually take a look at the video that we did, but we actually had it, and we ran through it, and we literally put it through its paces. And I mean, we took it, we flew it, and I mean, honestly, it really, really, really did good. I was surprised. The only thing I didn't like about it was a little underpowered. And Nate popped in here, and Gooniac, we were talking to them earlier, and Nate said, you need to change the prop out, so on and so forth. That may be because that's plenty of power, plenty of grunt to get up off the ground. It has plenty of authority while it's flying, but it just does not have unlimited vertical. So I was kind of let down by that. I was a little let down by that. Let's see here. Oh, okay, GB, so you're in Northwest Washington State here. So, oh man, so you guys get tons of snow. I was actually looking at a live video. There's some snow village or something like that up that way, and I was watching it, and I couldn't believe the amount of snow that I saw. We get, if we get maybe like an inch or two here, everything shuts down. Everybody panics. They run out and get bread and milk for whatever reason. They've been doing that for as long as I can remember, and they all run out there and they go get that. It's pretty funny, but yeah, man. So that's one thing. I'm gonna have to check that YouTube out too and see exactly what that is. What kind of snow you got hanging out there? That's crazy. He says could be Leavenworth on the other side of the state. Yeah, that's true. That's crazy. Yeah, man, I love snow too. That's the funny thing. I have to work in that stuff, but it is what it is. But the FMS Pitts, I tell you what, we're gonna set it up and we'll take a look at it and we'll see what you guys think. I don't know if you guys have had a chance to take a look at the video or not. Actually, it just came out today. Let's see here. but it flew extremely well out of the box, right out of the box. It was very good. Another thing that we noticed too, that me and Jeff noticed, was that it did not have a lot of throw. So when you think of that airplane, the full scale is extremely aerobatic. And that one it wasn't that aerobatic, so we were pretty surprised at that. But needless to say, it was a very good flying airplane, and we got it up. So let's see here. We'll take a look at it real quick. Let's see. Trying to get that thing up here. And we will share this with you guys, and you can take a look at it and see for yourself. So here we go. Get that out. And boom. All right. So we'll let you guys take a look at that and see what you think. Because me and Jeff had a hard time with it. We really liked the airplane. It flew good. The only problem was the power system. So like I said, that's something that's an easy fix. And it's nothing too crazy. So here we go. Let's see. Boom, boom. All right, and here we go. Up, up, and away.
Of all days?
Christmas Eve, dude. What are we doing? Having fun. We were out there on Christmas Eve too, so it's kind of nutty
because of the wind.
Well, you also got a crosswind, so.
Get on that here. It's just up.
But it takes off. It has plenty of power. There's no issues whatsoever. Up, and away. And just very smooth on takeoff. Very smooth.
Look at that.
And it was super windy that day. It was being knocked around. Doesn't have the, it's the V2, but it doesn't have the stabilization in it or anything like that. So,
and it's very bumpy up there, boys and girls.
And you can see
how well it's handling the wind. Really smooth.
Not a fast plane.
No AS3X, right?
Nope, we're not rolling with AS3X.
So we'll skip to it.
Yeah.
We did a quick speed trial on it to see what it was doing.
49 mile an hour.
49.
And that was at 50% throttle with a headwind, so that was
go ahead
cool.
and turn around and get a tailwind. See what it's doing with the tailwind at half throttle.
That's a good idea.
Put it on a tailwind at half throttle.
All right, here we go.
We had a setup for it, and
72
miles an hour with the tailwind, so that was interesting.
Go that fast under its own power.
I don't think so either, but I tell
Jeff was actually laughing at that because we didn't.
I'm amazed how well it's flying.
I mean, it's just not a fast plane,
Yeah, she slowed down.
Yeah, she just loves it.
That was at full
54.
throttle.
That headwind is
A 50% throttle.
appropriate, man.
54, Bobby.
But the funny thing is these airplanes, I've had probably 3 big gasoline 60 cc's, 55
Let's see
cc's,
if we can't score a decent landing.
and they are all a handful to land. So this one was extremely
headwind.
Can we get a
easy to
320?
land. I couldn't believe it.
Oh, nice.
And there you go.
Oh, nice.
Here's my
That's
lap
butter,
now.
Jeff.
Not bad, Bobby.
That was very buttery. We passed the sticks on
There
to
you
Jeff, and we told Jeff to play with it, doing what he did, and it wasn't great, but it wasn't bad. It shows you that it's very aerobatic.
And the wind's messing you up. Actually, it's probably going to help.
It'll do
There you
snap,
go.
spins, stalls,
Not bad.
Emmermans, all the basic stuff.
So we know it's aerobatic. We know it can do some stuff.
Really not a bad airplane. We had the GPS in it,
That's the fastest that's airplanes ever.
and
That tailwind's nasty. Did you hear it?
it was really gusting. So
That's the fastest that's airplanes ever flown.
Jeff took it, and
All right,
he did a downwind, full throttle pass.
roll about the buttery, smooth.
And I was talking trash to Jeff. I was like, man, putting the pressure on him to see if he could land it really smooth, and he did pretty good. He did pretty good. I was proud of him. So we went and checked.
This is fun.
All right, Jeff, I'm going to say 80.
I think you may have beat me.
What? What'd you get? What'd you get?
You ain't gonna believe it.
What'd you get?
You ain't gonna believe it.
I'm looking.
87
miles an hour. Wow.
Yep.
That plane ain't never been so fast.
So not a very fast airplane for sure, but it was definitely a good one. So there you have it. There you got it. So I thought that was pretty cool. Let's see here. We'll jump into the comments there. Let's see. Snow Valley and Roy live by me, Bob. Oh, that's cool. I did not know that. I did not know that. Jeez. Let's see. Lyndon says season's greeting Rcplanereviewer and all. Very nice. Yeah. And look, this is the last show of 2021. So, guys, this is awesome. Good to have you guys here with us and everything. Let's see. 5280 RC says, love the 1400 millimeter pits. He added a Zor wood prop, really woke it up. Yep. And I've heard that before too. So, you know, it might be one of those things. What's up, Med Scott? I saw you sneak in right there. What's going on? It knife edges really well. It's so easy to knife edge this thing. Like it literally wants to knife edge and it holds it so very nice. So I thought that was pretty cool. 5280 RC says, I have 3 new pit sizes, the UMX, the 850, and the 1400 millimeter. So literally, man, you're ready to get you a gas plane, man. We got to get you into some balsa and diversify the hanger, man. Let's see. Yep, and GB Linden, he agrees with you. He said it's just equally awesome. He says the battery can get loose if you do crazy D3. Yeah, there was a guy at our airfield that said the same thing. He said he was doing a bunch of 3D and flopping the thing all over the place, and literally he said the battery tray came out and it actually threw the CG off of the airplane, and it caused him to crash. So that was one thing I looked at, and I mean, when I snapped it in there, man, the thing was snug as a bug. So, but yeah, if you do crazy 3D aerobatics, then you should be expecting that thing to come out. I wouldn't trust it if you're doing crazy aerobatics like that. But also, I wouldn't trust the servos either because, you know, those are standard servos. They put stuff in there to be on, you know, par, just for basic aerobatics, you know, nothing crazy. You know, that's some of the stuff that you guys are capable of doing. So it is what it is. Michael R, what's up, man? He says, is Jeff getting the horseshoe out of his butt? Jeff is actually on his way to the show, that joker. He said Tom ran away from him. So, oh, by the way, Michael, did you see Jeff actually won that airplane and he was one number away from you, dude? Isn't that crazy? Watch out. He's probably going to try to rub it in your face. Let's see. John breaks it loose. Yeah. Yep. Let's see here. And that's the thing. I was talking to him about that too. And I told him, I said, man, I said, you can't fly it all crazy. I said, you know, it's not built for all this crazy 3D and stuff. I mean, that is an aerobatic airplane, but it's not made to be hovering and doing some of the things that, you know, you guys are capable of doing. It's just not, you know, just not going to do it. So everything has its limitations too, you know, at the end of the day. What's up, Noons? What's going on, man? Oh, Noons is in the house. So let's see. He says, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, man. Let's see here. What's going on, man? Good to have you guys in here, by the way. I know you guys could be hanging out with family, I'm sure, for the holidays and everything, but you're hanging out with us over here. So I certainly appreciate it. Let's see here. All right. So, guys, don't forget to check out RaleighHobbyShop.com. Those guys are pretty local to us. Man, they're awesome. We really get along with them well. They do good stuff. They, you know, they're just a good local hobby shop. So I always support the local guys, man. And it is cool stuff. So here's a loaded question for you gurus in here. How many people balance charge their Lipos every time? We got into a debate about this, and we were talking about it because there are some people who don't balance charge their Lipos. And when I first started out, I didn't do it either. I just charged it up. And literally that's because I'm coming from gas and nitro, being brand new into Lipos. I learned very quickly that it was important to balance your Lipos, or at least, you know, to check. You definitely want to check to make sure, you know, the cells are good if you're not doing that. Let's see. Hamilton said me. Hamilton, do you always balance them or you don't? Med Scott, he says he always balances his. I'm telling you, man, that's the way to go. Noons, he says I balance them every time. GB says I always balance and storage charge my stuff. A lot of people have no clue. Yeah, you're absolutely right, man. And I'm like, some of these guys are having fires and their lipos are dying on them, or they're having a weak cell and it's sagging. And I mean, it's really important that you do this. You spend all this money on these lipos, and you really want to take care of them and retain them to the best of your ability. Because if you take care of your lipos will take care of your planes. And knock on wood, man, I've been very fortunate to not lose an airplane to a bad lipo. Now I've had some that some of the EDF jets that I full throttled on takeoff, and I hear they kind of sag, and I'm like, ooh, that's not good. So that lets me know that lipo is at the end of its life. Um, and I'm one of those guys that you know, after about a year and a half of flying them in these EDF jets, man, I kind of cook them off, just for safety precautions. But GB, you're absolutely right, man. A lot of people don't have any clue. And I know a lot of people will store, like for instance, they'll store their lipos in nothing, or they'll put them in those fire retardant bags. And those fire retardant bags are good, but they will not necessarily stop, your house from burning down. You know what I mean? So, Chase said, "Yep." Med Scott says he always does. Let's see. Snow Valley says that's all my charger does. It's smart. That new smart charger, I don't know if you guys saw Ali came out with. I think it was on. I can't remember if it was on Instagram or what. But Spectrum came out with the smart charger, and apparently it's the cat's meow. So I'm gonna have to dig into that and look at it. But I have my own smart chargers where I can charge 2 lipos, and I'm comfortable with that. I also have a fire retardant blanket. You can go on Amazon and buy you one. They're like 15, 16 bucks. I believe they're made out of fiberglass. But when I charge my batteries and they're in there, I'm always home. I never leave them. I never walk away or charge them while I'm going to the store or something. But I will put that fire blanket over it, and I also have another one, and I put it under it. So should something happen, at least that it will be contained. And always keep everything away. And I charge them on the concrete floor. So that's just some safety precautions. I kind of do stuff a little over the top, but my wife would not like me. It'd be hard for me to explain why we burnt the house down because of some lipo batteries. That would just not be good. Michael says, "Is it hard to balance charge? It's on the charger for pizza." You're absolutely right, man. And I think that people just they just want to fast charge them, or they just don't think about it. So, you know, oh, Aero Scott Model Engine Repair. What's going on, man? Let's see. Hi, Bobby. Glad you're well. I'd love to see more of the IC engine reviews. But know the popularity of EDFs and foamy electrics. Thanks again for your reviews of our services. Yeah, thanks for popping in there, by the way. I don't know if you guys know him, but Aero Scott Model Engine Repair, he does clearly model engine repair. So if you have a nitro engine or something like that, and I think he's West Coast, but he does fantastic work on some of these nitro engines that you have. I've sent him actually I sent him a gas engine, and he literally will tear it down for you. He takes pictures of this stuff and sends it to you and lets you know, and then he'll tell you what it's going to cost, prior to. So the service is amazing. So the Aero Scott, the fact that you're in here, I certainly appreciate it. Thank you for stopping by, man. And yeah, EDFs and foamies are they're pretty popular, but I'm telling you, man, I started off with gas and nitro, and I've already started sliding that way. I enjoy the electric warbirds and things like that, but my heart is always with gas. And Jeff will be popping in here shortly, and I have converted him into a gas man, unfortunately. So he told me the other day, he was like, I need to sell all my electric planes, which he's never going to do, but it is what it is. Lee Man, he says, I always storage charge once a month for those I have in storage. Yeah. And that's super, super smart. I mean, the thing is like, it's so easy to do, and it's healthy for the batteries. It is what it is. Noon says, if you balance charge and store them correctly, you should get 300 plus cycles, depending on of your demand of them. Yeah, absolutely right. I'll be honest with you. I've got HRB batteries, and I'm not plugging HRB, but they make a decent battery. And I mean, I give credit where it's due, and those things are still trucking along. and I treat them good. I cycle them. I put them at storage charge and I take care of them. And not one of them have actually sagged on me, and I'm surprised. I have puffed a couple, but that's me, and we all have done that especially with the EDFs. But I'm telling you, man, it is what it is. So Hamilton's Hanger says, I fast charge at an event. Yeah, and fast charging, I've done it too, man. And there's a time and place for it. There's no problem with it. Fast charging it, just getting it ready and stuff like that. But um, I was told, and from what I read, do your own research out there. But like I said, from what I read, it's if you do it consistently, it's definitely not healthy for it. So, but dude, sometimes you just got to get out there and fly. Zach Marshall, what's going on, man? AKA the Waffle King, dude. What is going on? Zach's always doing the waffles on Facebook, so that's always a fun time. And actually, Jeff finally won, so Jeff's happy. Let's see, Noons. Let's see, and my thing is this. Yep, Lionel Randall does it every time. So, let's see here. He says always one charge. Yeah. So here's the next question for you guys. Do you charge your lipos on 1 amp or 2 amps? Or do you do more? 1C. Okay, Matt Scott said he does it at 1C. All right. What do you guys think of charging it at like 3C? Just because a charger can do it, is that the good thing or bad thing? What do you guys think? Let's see. Victor says he's working on his T45 for repairs. So let's see. Oh, Victor, I heard what you said. You said this was the anti-Kenny channel. No way. No, it's not. I'd love for Kenny to come in here and hang out, He probably has. I don't know. I haven't said anything to Kenny. I like Kenny. So let's see here. Let's see. Unless there's some hidden joke that I don't know, which is possible. So Noons does his at 1C. GB does 1C or less. Yeah. And I've noticed that if you do it at 1C, they seem to be they seem to all the sales seem to come up to like 4.1, 4.12. They seem to be really good. So let's see. My garage says with the price of planes now, to me it makes sense to know that the battery is charged correctly. Yeah, but you know what? Like people like us in here, we know that, but a lot of these new guys, man, this is some sketchy stuff when they come in. Like, they don't understand like lipos, Lion, Lifey, nickel metal hydride, NiCad, and I still run nickel metals in my gas planes for the electronic ignition. I've had no problems with them whatsoever. Some people are like, man, you're crazy. But on my flight packs, I always do life batteries. I don't do lipos, I do life because the power is linear. And when that power is at the end of its thing, unfortunately, it just drops straight off. So there is no surprises to tell you that you're getting ready to crash your plane. It just stops. But I don't fly them that much. So I normally roll out there with a bunch of planes. Hamilton says he does his at 1C too. So a bunch of you guys, you gurus. Steve George, what's up, man? Yeah, so it seems like a lot of you guys know what the deal is with the lipos. Everybody seems to know that. So that's good stuff. And I was hoping Jeff was going to pop in here by now. Let's see here. Hamilton said, forget it, 10C. Yeah. Hey, do yours at 10C. I want to see what happens. You just make sure you charge that sucker in a metal ammo can and put your camera on record because I want to see it. That's funny. Snow Valley says, I go wherever my G2 battery tells me is max. Yeah, and you know what? I'm going to start looking at the smart batteries a lot differently. And I'm probably going to start looking at those and maybe do a review on them because that's another thing that I do not have a lot of knowledge of. And so it would be interesting to see. And I have a basic understanding of how the smart lipos work with the smart ESCs and with the smart chargers, but there's a little bit more that I'd like to know. 1C higher will kill the lipo faster. Absolutely. It will shorten the life. And I've had this conversation with the guy at the airfield, and he was not listening. He was not hearing it. He was like, oh, it's going to be fun. You can do 2.5. And I'm like, okay, you can do 2.5. But when your batteries start getting weird on you, you know, and I was like, what about you? I said, surely you balance charge your stuff, right? And he was like, balance charge. He was like, no, I just fill it up and I go on about my business. And I was thinking, I was like, hey man, still a free country, but those batteries and those airplanes that you love, man, those things are gonna go down like a ton of bricks. What's going on, WC Graphics? How you doing, man? Let's see here. Popping on in. GB Landon says they don't understand battery or stalls. That's true. He says I do my best to help teach people about that stuff in my videos and on my website. Yeah, and it's really important to break that stuff down. But I'll be honest with you. A lot of people are impatient, man. I think it's just the way we are. A lot of people just want to grab a battery, charge it, and throw it in there like it's some battery for their cell phone, and it doesn't work that way. You know what I mean? So you guys know that, but a lot of these new guys coming in, they have no clue whatsoever. Let's see. Victor says, yeah, but make it a live video. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Victor. I would love to see him charge those things at 10C live. That would be not good. You better have an ABC fire extinguisher. I can assure you that. Let's see. Lee Man said, today I had a new member to my club, didn't know how to reconnect or lose balance lead connection. Yeah, man. And, I think it's up to us to try to, educate these dudes as much as possible without being overbearing, of course. And like that's the benefit of flying out of field, flying out of AMA field, or just flying with your buddies, man, that know what they're talking about, right? And that's the one of the reasons why I started going to an AMA field because dude, the knowledge is there, man. And with these airplanes and the technology as fast as this stuff's coming out, I mean, that NX8 radio that I have can do so much more than what I'm capable of doing or what I even know. So GB says, I like my Bendy smart charger. Man, I'm gonna have to get one of those. I've got two smart chargers and they charge, like I said, two lipos at a time. I have this set up in there where I can charge up to 6 lipos at once, which is awesome. Lehman says I have nothing but smart batteries except for my ones and twos. What do you guys think about the Spectrum lipos? There's a guy at my field that has them. TJ actually has them, and dude, they're kind of big, man. The 5000s are like thick, and I don't know if you guys noticed that or not. What's up, Jackson RVH, Jackson RC Aviation? What's going on, man? Thanks for popping in here. Man, we got a bunch of greats in here tonight, man. What is awesome? Aerial RC Works, what's going on, man? He says SMC batteries have been tested against all the top brands, and they seem to be the best, at least on paper. SMC. SMC. What is that short for? What is SMC short for? I'm at a loss. I will tell you this, and I will tell you this. The batteries that me and Jeff tested from rcbatteriesusa.com, and this is not a plug. This is honestly just being honest. Their batteries there that we have, man, those lipos that guy carries. We spoke to the owner Dorian. He puts ads on Facebook, in the groups and everything like that. And I'm telling you, those lipos he has are legit. Those things are on par with HRB. We had a long conversation with him and explaining, the difference of, he uses only like grade A cells, right? Not the stuff that's coming from factories that are making B's and C's, but he makes sure his lipos are already balanced before, they ship out and everything like that. But I'm telling you, it it actually changed my RC life, as you hear people say. Just talking to him alone and the knowledge that he dropped on us. So I'm telling you, those batteries those guys have over there, man, are something else. Let's see. Let's see here. And let's see here. I was trying to see. but my brain stopped working for a little bit. But yeah, man. So, guys, I'm telling you, those things are legit. Let's take a look here. Zach Marshall said, "What is that thing behind you?" I was trying to wait for Jeff to get in here, um, to talk about that, but he has still not arrived. So let's put him on the spot, dude. I'm gonna put him on the spot. I'm gonna call him right now. Put him on speakerphone. Y'all listen in. I have to be a friend and say, "Hey, you're on speakerphone," and we're live. And let's see. Watch him say something crazy. I love it. This is called ambushing, when you ambush your friends. And he probably knows that I'm trying to call him, and he's probably freaking out, just trying to get home. Watch it. I'm gonna hang up. He'll be like, "Oh my god, I'm on the way, dude. I'm so sorry." But no, man, he'll call back here in a minute. But or he'll just jump on. He'll pop on there. But yeah, Jason, the owner of RC Batteries USA, is an awesome dude. And Jackson RC Aviation, he's been plugging his batteries and everything and been using them too. So he can tell you too, man, those things are legit. And like I said, Jeff bought a bunch of them. I think he got anywhere from 3S all the way to 6S's, and we put them through the gamut, man, and they're awesome. They're awesome batteries. So hey, try them out if you want. If you don't, keep it moving. If you like HRB, stick with it, man. But I'm telling you, those things were pretty impressive. So moving right along. Let's see here. Let's jump back into some of the comments here. Let's see. The smart packs are super light for their size. Okay. Let's see. John VHRC taught me a ton. He had to smack me in the nose, figuratively speaking, of course, to help me unlearn human nature. I mean, yeah, man. And that's I mean, and that's the whole cool thing about it is that's why you link up with these guys that know what they're talking about. Med Scott said, "Get the IX20. You will not be disappointed." Man, I tell you what, I'm pretty happy with the NX8, man. I mean, I'd probably go to the NX10, and I think that I'd be pretty happy. The IX20, man, that's a little intimidating for old Bobby over here. Let's see. Med Scott said, "Money for the Spectrum batteries." Yes. So that's a point. They are very expensive. But if you spend a lot of money up front and they end up lasting you longer in the end, and you take care of them versus buying, X battery, and it gives you a lifespan of maybe 150 cycles. I don't know. But I'm with you on that, Med Scott. I mean, realistically speaking, I mean, it boils down to money, how much you're willing to spend on lipos. And having a basic lipo that does the job, it might not get you 300 cycles, but if it gets you 200 cycles or 150 cycles, that's a win if you save, 30, 40 bucks, if that's what you feel. Let's see. Noon says, "I second SMC lipos." Man, I must be behind the curve. I have not heard anything about SMC lipos. Let's see. Lee Man says, "Yes, smart packs are light, even though they don't look like it." Okay. I'm wondering because, dude, I looked at one and it looked like a brick, and it was fitting in the fuse so tight of that. What were we flying? I think it was an F5. Let's see. WC Graphics. He says, "We do custom packages for planes. Try to make them all different." Hey, WC Graphics, we got to get up with you too, by the way. I would love to get some things from you. Me and Jeff were kicking that idea around. So let's see here. Zach Marshall. I told you before, that is the new Hobbyking Yak 11. And let me tell you, it is an awesome flying airplane, man. And I mean, just giving straight up honesty right there, no negative tendencies whatsoever. The airplane literally, the airplanes like that, and like the Focke-Wulf, to me, if you fly off of grass, they will nose over with that battery and stuff like that. Well, Hobbyking Stewart and his crew made it so that the landing gear are canted far enough that it will never be a problem. And I tried it. I literally accidentally gassed the throttle as I was taxiing it, and it stood right there. I was so surprised. But it's an awesome flying airplane, and for the price, I think it's like $399 or something like that. It is a awesome plane. Lights, the whole nine. the whole nine, man. So it's awesome. So Wings 88, he says, "What did I miss? I just got here." Oh man, you didn't miss too much. We're over here just chopping it up, talking about a couple of things. Mostly, we're talking about the lipos and if you charge them on 1C, do you balance charge them? Do you keep them in a safe place? Here's the next question: how do you guys store your lipos? I have ammo cans, 50 cals. I've watched the videos where people are drilling holes in the top for ventilation. I've seen people take out the rubber inset. I've seen where people have put drywall in between them and had little cubbies, to act as insulation. Let's see. RC Real, a lot of battery advertised, a very false, man. Yep, very disappointed when they hook it up. A lot of top brands, a lot of info being absolutely. And one of the guys, Jason Doran with RC Batteries USA, broke it down to me. He says, "Dude, them guys that say it's 100C, there's no such thing as 100C." He's like, it might be 100C for a millisecond, but it's there's a massive difference. He says, and somebody did a graph and they sent it to me. As a matter of fact, I think it was Hamilton that sent it to me. Che did. But yeah, it shows you that 60C is like the top realistic C that you're going to be getting out of these things. So let's see. GB Linda says, "I bet he's eating." He was eating earlier. That's why he's late. So I don't know what that dude's doing. Let's see. Lehman says, "I bet he blames the softballs." He can't blame the softballs this time. I'll tell you what, Jess, what he was doing. He was at a local restaurant playing pool and eating. And I know he was probably got in there and started talking and completely forgot. And I called him and asked him earlier prior to. So, hey, it's all good. What are you going to do? Synthanasia, what's up? What's up? What's up? Let's see here. Victor RC said pooping maybe. Mason Jackson, what's up, dude? Hey, Mason, I'm following you, dude, on these drone videos, man. I like what you're doing, dude. It's awesome. Super, super cool. Synth actually came out to our airfield and was playing. He came out and played with us for a little bit. Let's see. Guys, hey, absolutely. He said hit the like button. Yeah, I certainly appreciate that. Let's see. We have put them through heck for sure. I can believe that. Yeah. Let's see. Sin says, "I run the IX20 SE. I can't imagine going back to a different transmitter." Yeah, and I mean, I think that once you get to the IX20 and those variants, anything else it's like going to a truck to a car almost, or from a really, really nice Ferrari to a Geo Metro. If you can find Geo Metros, they're great on gas. Hey, they do the same thing. I've always said about cars. They do the same thing as an expensive car. They get you from point A to point B. One might get you there a little faster with more cool gadgets, but I'm telling you, it is what it is. Victor says, "Looking at the iX20, but my IS12 is working great." Yeah, so that's the thing. I mean, Lee Man says he loves his NX10. I think for me, the NX10 would be plenty. I've always said for me, 10 channels is more than I'll ever need. I've got an 8-channel radio and I've never run into any issues. So the only thing is with some of these larger aerobatic airplanes and multiple servos and things like that, that's where they come in to play. So, it is what it is. The Roaring Top 6S for me. Roaring Tops are good batteries, man. They really are. They're pretty decent. There's a lot of good batteries out there. And there's a lot of bad batteries out there too. The cool thing about Amazon is that you go in there and read the stars on there. Some of that stuff is trash, but some of that is really legitimate, honest, issues that people are having. But you have to take it with a grain of salt and remember these people might not be treating these batteries pretty good. One guy was on there talking about your battery puffed up on him. And I'm like, okay, well, yeah, but what were you doing? And he was saying he was running it in a 6S car. I'm like, okay, so I know he's like bashing it. Those cars are hard on those batteries too, man. Let's see. Steve George says, "Read the thread on RC groups about batteries. MSES guy, all you need to know." Yes, I saw that and I read that. Very good information, guys. So I'm telling you, it is what it is. Noons, Airborne RC, 6S, 5,000 milliamps, $58. You can't beat it. You can't beat it. Yeah, you really can't. Noons, which lipo are you talking about? Are you talking about the Hovus, or are you talking about the which ones are you talking about there? Okay, he's talking about the SMRC racing.com. Man, I'm gonna have to go over there and check them out. I knew nothing of those, so I thought that was pretty cool. Let's see. We'll go through. Hey, TJ, what's up, TJ? Look at TJ. He popped in there. Look at him looking like a stud, dude. So he said, my DX8 has been reliable, so I might just keep it. Yeah, my thing is if you get a good, reliable radio, you're not getting hits, it's not giving you any issues whatsoever, why not stick with it? Dude, I rode my Futaba T7 2.4 until literally Jeff was like, dude, you've got to try this radio. And I tried it, and it was so easy. It was so easy. Let's see. Sin says, literally setting up the Freewing F14 right now. I'm using all 10 channels in my 1030 60T along with several additional channels for gains. Yeah, so that airplane absolutely needs it. Absolutely needs it. So it's super helpful for that one, for sure. Victor RC Jet says, I got the old Lemon 10 channel on my Tomcat. Man, you're a brave soul, dude. Look, some people swear by those lemons, and some people die by those lemons. And I have heard so much hate from both of those, man. It's so funny. But it is what it is, I got a lemon receiver in the garage, and I put it in some of my foam airplanes. I haven't had any issues, but I also don't have it in anything that I wouldn't mind losing, if that's what it is. So let's see. Wings 88 says, I'd like to get the NX10, but just bought the DX9 a few months ago. Yeah, man. I'm telling you, that NX10 and those Hall gimbals are awesome. Lionel Randall said Horizon Hobby has the Focke-Wulf on sale till tomorrow, boys and girls. $70 off. Hey, that thing's awesome. And it's in the box. And I would take it out of the box, but I got this beaut right here. And I was going to talk about this. This is the Hobby King. The video's already done. I already flew it. And it's an awesome flyer. Very docile for what it is. I don't have the screws in it, but you can see it's got flaps. Retracts are nice. Look how flush that looks. The paint job on there is on par with everybody else. What you're seeing, guys, quality is actually really nice. The prop is actually pretty good, APC. And it's got good lights. Tons of room inside this thing, guys. Tons of room. And I'll show you here without trying to drop the thing. But you can, massive amounts of room in there, right? It's tons. You can put your whole arm in there, right? The only thing is it's got the XT90s on there. I don't know why they haven't moved to IC5s, but it's easy enough. I've got connectors for this thing everywhere, so that's cool. But lots of room, easy setup, goes together extremely well. I was going to do an unboxing video, and I don't like doing unboxing videos, but to be honest with you, it went together in like 10 minutes. So I was like, what's the point? And who really wants to watch somebody unbox an airplane, honestly? Some of the guys might, but not me. The only thing that I can say about this airplane is and if you watch the video by Horizon Hobby that Stuart said, he makes a remark that you definitely want to balance your prop. You definitely want to balance your prop, and you definitely want to balance your spinner. So make sure you do that. If you guys don't know how to balance your prop or your spinner and you never done it, go get you a prop balancer, read the directions, go on YouTube, do the research, and you will be a happier pilot, I can promise you. Let's see here. Let's see. But it's an awesome flying airplane. Super, super docile, man. And it has an awesome sound to it. So I'm super stoked about that. I'm super stoked about it. Victor said the new lemons suck. Plain and simple, And Singh says, seems like bad luck to install a literal lemon in your plane. Yes. Did they think about that before they even came up with the name? There's got to be people out there that have looked at the name and they're like, I'm not going to put that in my airplane. You know what I mean? That'd be like they have a lemon brand car, a brand new car, and they had lemon was the name. Who's going to buy that? Let's see. Ariel Autoworks says, I'm going to copy Yak and put my X-Fly 80 millimeter in the Freewing F-35. Let me tell you something, dude. That Freewing F-35, I had the 70 millimeter high performance one, is fast. And it is a rocket. And it's very, very fast. So for him to put an 80 millimeter in that thing, my gosh, I'd love to see that. I'm surprised Gooniac's not in here. Let's see. Andy G said the Focke-Wulf 190 is a great flyer. I've heard nothing but good things about it. I just wonder if it's underpowered and if it's slow. If it's going to be slow like TJ's Mustang, then I don't know about that. I don't know about it. Noon says, got to go, y'all. Have a great evening. Hey, Noon, thanks for popping in, man. We certainly appreciate you, dude. And one of these days, you're going to give me a jet and a turbine jet ready to fly. So I'm just waiting on it, man. Just so send it. Send it. He says, I would love to do that with the 35 too. I had the F-35, man. Those wheels were so small, and I was flying off of my grass field. That was like the second or third EDF jet that I had ever flown. That was more EDF than what I was prepared for. And I flew it and landed it, and it scared me. And I was like, I'm going to tear this thing up. And also, the landing gear was small for the grass. So, you know, that would be one that I probably will get and revisit. That would be a good one now that I know what I'm doing. Let's see. GB Lynn said the Chinese never consider that. That's funny. Yeah, you're right about that. Let's see. Picking up another F-35 70 millimeter, sweet plane, and very fast. Yeah. Freewing clearly states on their website that it's a 100-mile-an-hour airplane. I would definitely say it's 100 plus. And in a dive, it's probably 120, 130. It's a monster. It's a monster. So if you like the speed, that's going to be a good one too. So that should be awesome. Wings Idiot said, you just talked me out of the Yak. If they can't get props that are cost to balance. Yeah, man. And I mean, it is what it is, you know. I don't know if the prop needs to be balanced or what, but I'm telling you, you need to balance the prop. And Stuart said to make sure you balance it. Now, you have to remember in that video, he had the red one. So the red one is the extremely fast one. So you should be prop balancing, you know, your props anyway in those regards if it's going to be doing that. But hey, man, you make your decision, you know. I'm very happy with that. And the price of a prop, I want to put a wood one in there anyway. So I've got one of those on order and it's coming too. So I'm going to get it, throw the wood prop on there. And I like the red, white, and blue spinner, but I'm going to put a black spinner on it, man. I'm just going to do it because I think it'll look cooler. It'll look awesome. But, you know, the red, white, and blue is cool. You know, it is what it is. And that's not American red, white, and blue. That's Russian. So let's see here. He says it's it's like buying a brown car. Lemons. That's funny. Let's see. Ray is a wild man in the best possible sense. He is, dude. And Ray has been nothing but super helpful when dealing with some of these EDF issues and the questions that I have and things like that. Super knowledgeable guy. And he's one of those guys I go to for my questions when I have them. Same. Okay. So Wings Idiot says, yep, has the same motor as the P51, I believe. Cool. Ray and Dingus are crazy. Yes, they literally are crazy. Jackson RCABZ said, Happy New Year to y'all. God bless. See you soon. See you next year. Hey, certainly appreciate you. What am I looking at over here? Dude. Let's see here. And Snow Valley said, big props really need to be perfect. Yeah, absolutely. And that's one thing with the electrics, man. It will tell on it for sure. It will absolutely tell. So awesome airplane though. And for the price, man, what they're asking for that plane is well worth it. So it is what it is. The cool thing about this hobby is if you want it, you want it. If you don't, you don't. Watch one of your friends get one and fly it, and then you make a decision. Pull the trigger on it. You watch one of the reviews that we do on it, and you decide it's for you, then get it. If you don't, guess what? You didn't have to spend anything. You get to watch the video. You know, we already spent the money on it, and boom, you're done. Area RC works. If it was a Yak 3, I'd pull the trigger on it. Yeah, I got you, man. I got you. Hey, to each his own. You know what I mean? It is what it is. So let's talk about this. Let's see. We're talking about, it's 2021. We got to know, how many planes have you crashed in 2021? Be honest with yourself. Let's talk about it. Me and Jeff, we talked about this a couple months ago, right? But every year I write down how many airplanes I have crashed. And I'm talking about, it could be dumb thumbs, it could be electrical issues, it could be, not your fault, but the airplane was in your possession and you were flying it and somehow, some way it went in. So how many? You got to be honest. Let's see here. This will be fun because I'm at like, I think I'm at four. I know five. And we've gone through a ton of planes. So that's not really bad. Let's see. Snow Valley said he's gone through seven. Awesome. TJ says 8 to 12. Hey, TJ, you're like us, man. We go through a bunch of airplanes, we fly them. And I don't care how good you are or how long you've been flying, you're going to put one in, man. It's just the name of the game, and it sucks. I hate it when it's an expensive airplane. Let's see. Lee Man said he did 4. Andy G said 3 to 4 airplanes. That's respectable, dude. Let's see. And Snow Valley said, and by crash, I mean dumpster fire. Oh my God. Let's see. RC Aero Work said 1. He says, I pancaked a 90 millimeter F-18. Did a minus radius turn and it just fell out of the sky. Couldn't recover it. Yeah, dude, that sucker stalled on it, man. They're notorious for that. Oh, actually, TJ, no, I'm at 6 now because of that. I crashed the E-Flight F-16. Beautiful video that we have coming out. You guys will see it. But me, Jeff, and TJ flew the F-16, the E-Flight F-16, 80 millimeter. I had the fiery booty in it. And what's going on, Jeff's Customs? He says, late but here, guys. Hey, dude, late is always cool, man. Hey, I'm just happy to be graced with your presence, man. That's all. GB's in the house, too. But I crashed that airplane into the earth. And you'll see the video, and you'll be like, dude, what the heck? There was just, like, no get up. And so all I'll say is I was not paying attention to that airplane. I was looking at Jeff's airplane, which was landing directly behind me. And then TJ, he was back there too. We had a blast. It was well worth it. It wasn't worth paying the $64 for the front nose gear retract, but I tell you, man, it was a lot of fun. And we had a good time. Let's see. Hey, Jeff's Customs, we're talking about how many airplanes did you kill this year? How many did you crash? Let's see. Hey, Tella said speed kills. GB says 1 in 2021, and it wasn't that bad. It's a members only video too. Yeah, dude, it is what it is. Some people aren't comfortable putting their crash videos out there. So hey, I put mine up there because maybe somebody will learn from it. And it humbles me. I go through a bunch of airplanes and it's gonna happen. Let's see. 3 E-Flights. He did it. Okay, so the E-Flight F-15, the Draco. Wow, the E-Flight Viper 90, all were easy fixes. Yeah. And that E-Flight Viper 90, man, it does not like to be too slow, and Sync can tell you about that, but it has a nasty stall, man. It has a nasty stall. When it's slow, dude, she goes over. Victor RC Jet says 18, 22, 45 2 times. Yeah, I saw the video of the 45, man. But Victor, your crashes weren't that bad. Your crashes weren't that bad, but you definitely get the honorable mention on that one for sure. Let's see here. Jeff Customs in the house. He goes, no, it's respectable. That's like a couple of grand. Yeah, dude. Nothing hurts worse when you see like an airplane that's a couple of grand go in. Heck, the Hellcat, the video that I have, I stuck that sucker in. Dude, that was $850 right there for the Hellcat. The little 25cc gas engine and the servos that I cooked off in there. Oh man, that was not good. I was not happy about that, but that's the name of the game. Aerial RC Work says, I only fly one plane over and over again, though. I don't switch planes like you guys do. That makes it much harder. Yeah, it's true. I love variety, man, so it's hard, I have so many airplanes, and like I have this conversation with my wife. She's like, why do you have so many airplanes? And I'm like, they all fly differently. They literally all fly differently. So, it is what it is. But hey, it is what it is. And the MiG-29. Yep. Actually, yeah. That MiG-29, man, that's a lot of airplane too. So let's see. Jeff did one. He said it was actually not bad. It was very repairable, and I love the repairable ones. I stuck in that the FMS Futura, man, and I glued that sucker back and had it made it halfway decent. I'm still waiting for you to get the Motion F4. Yeah, man. Hey, look, I want that F4, man, and I had to pull the trigger on something else that was much needed. So I bought a very nice ultra 4K camera to up the quality of the videos that we produce. So you guys should be able to see that. Just a little investment. I try to do something for the channel, every year. So that was my investment for the channel, man. I'm like, I want you guys to be able to have to see stuff in 4K, and I could do that now, but this platform will be a lot easier for me, I think, and well, for Jeff and me. Let's see. Charles Daniel said 3, my E-Flight 16 Draco. Yep, they're all easy fixes. Andy G says, going to fly the MiG-21 I got from you tomorrow. Yeah, man. Andy, dude, that's a awesome flying airplane, and it flies really good. I'm surprised LJ Hobby Life's not in here, but that thing, and I left the gyro in that thing for you too. Awesome flying airplane. So good luck to you, and it's an awesome airplane, and it will I hope it serves you well, man. That's the MiG-21's a cool plane all day long. Wings 88 says, I'm so old, I don't remember yesterday, much less all the planes I may have crashed. Wings 88, you can work the computer and you can type on here, so you're doing good, man. You're doing good. Let's see. Hamilton's up. Look at Hamilton. He's in the back of the room back there. Hopefully I won't be adding another one to the list. Yeah, man, if we can make it out of 2021 with no crashes across the board in these last couple of days of the year, we're all going to be doing good, man. Let's see. One of mine had a smart 7,000 pack. Nothing hurts the worst when you crash an airplane and you lose the lipo in there, and then it's a good lipo. That's just like salt on the wound, is it not? Let's see. Tell your wife they're like women. One is never enough. Oh, Snow Valley, you're trying to get me kicked out of the house, dude. I don't know what you think this is. Mine, that would not go over well. That would not go over well. Let's see. Hey, y'all, with extra free time this week, it's nice to be able to catch some live streams. Hey, TCat RC Creations, man, thanks for popping by, dude. I'm glad you can get in there. He says, always good time talking and listening, RC. Yeah, man. Hey, we're always in here chopping it up. We always try to have, stay positive and everything like that. We try not to get into the politics or nothing crazy. The world is a crazy place as it is. I'd rather have my world with crazy airplanes and hang out with crazy airplane dudes, man. That's it. So that is awesome. TJ, let's see. Yep. TJ's happy. He's like, yep, 4K. And I'm talking 4K at like 60 frames all the way up to 8K. How about that? Boom. And let's see. What else? Gooniac, what's up, man? There you go. I was wondering where you were. I was waiting for you to pop in here. I know you're on the West Coast, so it's 10 here. So it's a little, 8 o'clock over there, man. Jeff is still checking out, supposedly. I don't know if I believe this story anymore. I tried calling him. He didn't even answer the phone. Let's see. That's funny. But I'm telling you, man, it's pretty cool. Let's see. He says, thanks, guys. Hope your holidays are great. Jeff's cousin says, where's Jeff tonight? Dude, Jeff was supposed to be here, and Jeff is MIA, man. He's just, I don't even know, man. And I can't even cover for him, dude. He went out to a restaurant and ate and played pool, and he said he forgot what time it was, right? So let's see. Gooniac says, oh damn. He says, is that the Yak behind you? It is the Yak, man. And look, I already pulled it down, but guys, take a look at it, man. This is the Hobbyking Yak 11, and it's an awesome, good looking plane. You can see the paint job for yourself. Like, those are stickers right here. That's a sticker, but everything is already done, man. And it looks good. It's on par with everything else. The paint is actually really good. It's really nice. Tons of room. The spinner is cool, but I'm taking that spinner off of it, and I'm going to put a black spinner on it. I'm getting a wood prop there. And I mean, it's of good size. I mean, I think it was 58 inches or something like that. So it went together so easy. It was so fast too. It literally went together so fast. The bottom side you can see right here. So I'm telling you, good looking airplane, man. Good looking airplane. So um, well worth the money. $3.99 for this. I'm telling you. Oh, I got a surprise for you, you knuckleheads. Here we go. Worth the money. $3.99 for this. Oh, what is going on, Mr. Jeff? And now you show up. I'm glad to have you, dude. Hey, Jeff, you hear me?
What's happening, guys?
Hey, what's going on, Jeff? Everybody was asking about you.
Man, I got caught up in some mess I shouldn't have got caught up in, but it is what it is. I'm here, and we're good.
Look at that, Jeff.
Hold on, buddy. Let me connect my Bluetooth.
Look at this, dude. So it's an awesome plane. It's got lights here, lights there. It's got a light there. The retracts are really strong. And I mean, I'm telling you, really, really good stuff. Hobbyking is definitely stepping it up for sure. And Jeff was out there. He looked at it. He saw the plane. It's a really, really nice airplane, and it's on par with everything else. So let's see. Let's see. Let's go back. So the price is Lee Man. The price on that one is $3.99 from Hobbyking. So like I said, and you'll see us, me and Jeff are going to actually be reviewing a lot more Hobbyking airplanes. So that will be cool. We got a lot of good things coming in the new year for you guys. So we just been kind of holding off and repressing a lot of things that we'd like to share and tell you guys. So we're just going to keep our mouth shut for the year. And we'll tell you guys next year for sure. But let's see. Jeff's Custom says, sweet airplane, Bobby. Love both the schemes. One thing about the Yak that
sorry about that, Bobby.
Hey, it's all good, Jeff, dude. What matters is that you're here, dude. You're fashionably late, but it's all good.
Look at Michael Reitzke. Look, the doctor was getting that horseshoe. You know what, man? Hey, you know what? Hey, and I told Zach when I bought that spot, I said, I just want to get that spot so I can say if I win, I beat Michael Reitzke. And guess what? In your face, sir.
hey, Jeff, I told Michael that you were probably going to say something to him about that. So,
hey, man, I had to. It's about time I can gloat just at least one time, Bobby. This is the only time I've been able to gloat, man. So why not?
I'm happy, dude. I'm happy for you. I'm telling you. But, dude, like I said, about that airplane, you'll be seeing me and Jeff. We're going to start getting them a lot more Hobbyking airplanes, man, and start doing reviews of them. So we like what they're doing, and we like the direction that they're going. So we're going to try everybody. We try E-Flight, Free Wing. We've tried Hobbyking.
We've done the Dynam stuff.
The Dynam stuff. We haven't done the X-Fly stuff, so we've got that coming too. So look, man, we're covering a lot of ground, and not only are we doing that, we're doing nitro stuff. We're doing gas stuff. So EDFs. So, you know.
Yeah, we did the video for that Skywing laser, man.
We did.
My new baby. I'm looking forward to getting that on the big screen.
I was telling everybody about that, Jeff, that I've about converted you to gasoline, man.
Yeah, like everything in my hangar is for sale, guys. I want to convert mostly to gas. It's all good.
Hey, it is what it is. But hey, Lee Man said, LOL, those lips look greasy. Them lips you had, Jeff.
Oh, man, I got wings in the truck, too.
Hey, I told him you were at a restaurant. You forgot what time it was.
Look, man, I went to the restaurant, went shooting some pool, and then some people got disorderly, and, you know, they always pick the biggest guy to pick on, Bobby. That's normally how it works. When they get alcohol in them, they pick the biggest guy, and I just happen to be the biggest guy there tonight. So
I don't know anything about that life, dude.
I don't either until tonight. So it is what it is.
I'm a very peaceful dude, man. That's it. I want to live my days as a peaceful human
being.
I
was just playing pool. I was playing pool, eating my dang hot wings, man. Like I had my headphones in. I was jamming.
Did you have? Were they barbecue wings or were they like?
No, they're hot wings, brother. Hot wings.
That's the problem. If you got the barbecue wings, they would have left you alone, dude. They would have been like, hey. He's eating barbecue wings. Leave him alone. That's a peaceful dude. But they saw that spiciness that you had, and they knew what the deal was. Well, I'm glad you're here.
Bobby, I had to put a girl on my shoulders and carry her out of the place.
Well, it's probably not the first time you've done that. So there it is. Probably not the first time you've done that, but I will say, let's see. Snow Valley says it's hard to believe the Russians made a plane that cool. Hey, the Russians made a lot of cool planes, man. I mean, the Yaks are cool. The MiG 29's cool. The MiG 21's cool. What's that new MiG that came out? That is it Banana Hobbies carrying or something?
Is it 17?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, the 17. Man, I mean, there's a lot of cool ones they've made, But let's see. Gooniac says was out flying, so got here late. There's no big problem at all. Hobby King is coming out with some great stuff. Wait for it. Dude, I will say this too, Jeff. We're going to talk about Hobby King for a little bit.
Yeah.
Hobby King has come out with the King Gear. Cool.
I'd like to fly for sure. I'd like to fly. At least try it one time.
We're going to try it. They came out with the Mustang, that little zippy fast Mustang, dude. They came out with that. Remember, they went far back as some OG stuff. Remember the Zyper? They came out with the first ducted fan glider. Like, awesome. I'm talking about going way back. And then, they came out with the Tundra, So they've been coming out consistently with a lot of good stuff, man. And so it'll be nice to get some of their product in our hand and be able to actually fly it and go through it and share with you guys how cool it is and the pros and cons of it. So, hey, man, we're super stoked about it too, Jeff. So very happy about that. And, so guys, stay tuned.
GB Linden says, I love Russian planes. That King Air is great too. I flew all those planes, guys, and they're on my channel. GB Linden, I watched your video of that King Air, and what sticks to me to this stage, you said, holy moly, guys. And like that has stuck with me from the get-go for this plane. I was like, I've got to fly it at least one time.
Nicholas, let's see, Clint says, if you want a unique fast warbird, check out the Flightline T-152H. Yep, that's the one with the skinny wings, and that's an awesome plane. You're absolutely right. Gooniac, how was your liking on that? Yeah, so did you hear Gooniac put an 80 millimeter and hit that 70 millimeter? Actually, no. What is it? Yeah, it's a 70 millimeter F-35 from Freewing. It should be a monster. Let's see.
70, he put the 80 and what? The 70 millimeter what?
Yeah, and F-35.
Good gracious.
That's the airplane TJ keeps crashing. I think he's gone through 3.
Him and Roy both.
Yeah,
him and Roy both have crashed him.
It's not a dig on you, TJ. I know you're listening. It's a difficult airplane to fly. So there you go. Jeff's Custom says gonna be a great new year, Bobby. Absolutely, dude. So 2021 is gonna be a cool one, guys. So just stay tuned. Let's see. Bought a Dremel so I can copy. Let's see. That's it. Let's see here. Flew it a couple of times. Just love it. Let's see. Trying to go through it. GB Linden. Let's see. Hobby King does great work. Yep. I mean, and I would agree with you on that one. And so, and here's the thing about Hobby King. Their price points have been consistently good. They have not jacked their prices up. Like a lot of people have across the board. Not saying that they're not going to, but I've just noticed that they've been very cost efficient with their airplanes. So you can still get a lot of good value out of those dudes.
Hey, right, Bobby, look at Ashton Jones in here. So he got an F-35 for Christmas. That little 64 millimeter FMS.
Did he?
Yeah, man.
How about that? Let's see here. Let me scroll down. Mickey BRC. What's up, dude? Let's see here. Albatross is a winner for sure. Yes. Did you see the video of the Albatross? It's awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So I'm telling you guys, if you haven't seen the Albatross and picked one up, and Jeff's Custom told me, man, that's an awesome flying airplane. So then he agreed with me. He says their planes are great value for this size. Yep, that's true.
There was a guy that got that Avios, what is it, C-130 at the swap. Well, you didn't go to Piedmont, but a Piedmont guy had one, man. He sold for like $200. I would love to have that plane, man. I am with the C-130s. I crashed my big one.
And the thing is, too, is with Freewing, they always come out with awesome airplanes, right? Banana Hobby did too for a while. They're getting back into the game, it seems. But Hobby King has always come out with some different stuff, like that have always piqued the interest. So some of the first airplanes I ever bought, Jeff, were Hobby King airplanes. Hobby King.
Hey, you remember one of the first planes I had at the field, Bobby, was the Hobby King B-17.
I do, and it flew good.
Yep.
And I remember we did a video of it, and Hobby King, one of their marketing guys, a lady actually reached out to me and asked if we could use that video, and I said, yeah, sure. I don't care. That was cool. Teller says I've had 6 F-35s in total, crashed them all. That's how good they are, guys. He keeps buying them. And TJ is not a quitter, dude. That man has a heart of a lion. He will not quit. So I support you, dude. And while you're buying your 7th one, you might as well go ahead and get me one, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'll take one too. You're buying them for the family now.
Get one for Jeff. So got to get my Albatross out flying along with the version 1 of it. Yeah, dude, I'd love to see that. Biggie BRC says, I've got the PJ50 for Christmas. It's only a day or 2 away from arriving. Super excited for the corporate jet. Man, be interested to see how that one comes out, dude. I tell you what, everybody's on the fence. They're like, X-Fly or Free Wing. Which one are you going to go to? I'm like, oh, man, I don't know. But I'm probably going to go Free Wing because I'm there for the parts, man.
I'm thinking X-Fly, though, Bobby.
X-Fly looks better.
Yeah, I mean...
looks better. But I know me, and I know these airplanes, and it's not cool when you run out of parts. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Hey, like, for instance, the F-16 gear. You and TJ both, we had to get some new gear.
Yep. And that video is going to come out too. Oh man, y'all guys are going to love that video. Me, Jeff, and TJ tell us
that was a blast.
We did an epic video of 3 E-flite F-16 80 millimeters flying, and the end is the best. So the end's not the best for me, but it's a lot of fun. $65.
Here's Bobby. Here's the ground.
It wasn't even like that. It was like this, Jeff. This is the airplane. This is the ground. I'm like this. I was like, what? No. Hey, nobody's perfect, dude. So I'm telling you, man, super, super cool airplane. That Albatross is going to be a winner for sure. And that, I honestly think that, was it the PJ50 is going to be an awesome plane. So I like the X-Fly. I like the Free Wing. So, you know what we're going to end up doing, Jeff? We're going to get both of them and say which one is the best.
Right. Well, that's what we do on this channel, man.
Yep, that's it. So we'll get it.
Jeff's Customs talking about his AL-37 is 90% ready for a maiden. Guess what, Jeff?
That thing's
mine is 0% ready for a maiden. It is still sitting back there in the box. And I'm like, I feel really bad, man, because I have wanted that plane since I flew Bobby's, or since before I flew Bobby's. Since I've seen Bobby's fly, I was like, man, I got to have it.
I even let him fly it, and he fell in love right then and there.
And we shot a great video, and Bobby deleted it. I was like, no.
You won't let that one go, man. It was
because it was beautiful, dude. The sun was setting, the light was hitting the plane just right, and I was doing them low passes.
Hey, look,
it was great. Hey, but that new camera, we shouldn't have that problem.
I know, dude. Trust me.
It's shouldn't gonna have that problem.
It's going to be nice.
But yeah, I've got to do some kind of scheme with it, man. I really don't want to take it out of the box and tape it up and fly it. I really want to do something custom.
Dude.
But I'm 95% sure, Jeff, that it's going to be the Free Wing, the blue tail, and I'm going to fly it.
There you go. Hey, I've got the Free Wing basic one with the flight line scheme. I'm happy about it. I'm just there for the flight characteristics. But I tell you what, it does look cool, man. I've seen so many of them done up, and I'm like, man, I should have done that, but I didn't. So let's see here. TCat Creation says, hi, Jeff's Customs. I was going to say 9%. That beast definitely looks ready to fly. Yeah, that thing looks cool. I think Jeff's got the Iron Maiden or something like. No, he's got the
Stormtrooper.
Yep, I said the Iron Maiden. Let's see. Gooniac said my pick is the X-Fly. The X-Fly EDFs are a beast. I just know this. Stormtrooper Galaxy Edge is going to be awesome. GB said, did you get that Husky Ultimate 6S? He's asking GB if he did. Let's see. Jeff says, do the RC Planer Reviewer version. I should, man. I could. That would be pretty cool, wouldn't it? We've got enough people out there that we could reach out to. And
Yeah, Chris Prince said he would. Oh, that's a great idea, Jeff.
Dude,
we could get Chris at Wild Child Graphics would print us some graphics, and I could do mine and our scheme. That would be awesome.
Hey, Jeff, I bet you won't do it.
Hey, man, don't tempt me with a good time.
Hey, that's what I said, you know. But let's see here. Jeff, earlier we talked about the FMS Pits too, the FMS Pits video that came out well. What were your thoughts on that? Because you weren't in here for the conversation, but I basically said that we felt like it was underpowered, but it flew amazing.
It flew great in the wind, Bobby.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, we were flying in what, 20-mile-an-hour winds? It was great.
Yep.
It handled well in the wind, but it to me it needs a little more power. I don't know if it's a prop upgrade or a motor upgrade. When I'm thinking of pits, I'm thinking of something that's going to go there and just go balls to the wall, so to say, and have a good time.
Right. I mean, it was a great flying airplane. And oh, by the way, Jeff, not the switch gears or topic, but guys, if you watch the video, you know the struggles we had with, and I say we meaning me and Jeff, with his limp wrist, with the FMS,
man,
with the FMS flash, right? Y'all remember that? Just toss with the FMS. It was very, very weak.
The limp wrist. Look, okay, cool, I got you.
Cool, Jeff. He was scared. You were scared of it. The prop chopping you up. I get it.
I mean, okay, you didn't throw the dang thing, Bobby.
Yeah, I was behind it because I knew better. Hey, but look, I've had stitches before. I didn't want any more. But look, TJ, he was like, guys, don't worry about it. I know how to do this. This is what I do. TJ's the pro, and he's look, boom. TJ's the pro. There you go. TJ was out there. He took the FMS. I was nervous for TJ, Jeff.
Oh, absolutely.
I was like, I don't want him to get chopped.
I mean, he just took it. He just said, "Shoo."
But I had quick clot in my truck. I know I could help him up and stop bleeding, you know, practically save his life if we hit a good artery. But anyway, he chucked it up. It took off, and it was already dialed in. And I'm not going to tell you how fast we got that thing, but they don't call it the FMS Flash for no reason. And so that video is done. It's coming out. We'll let you guys take a look at it. So be on the lookout for that one because it's awesome. That's a fast little dart.
I think Guniak, you remember that FMS, that X-Fly system you sent me? You know, I crashed the F-18, you know, trying to fly it in 25-mile-an-hour winds. I think I'm going to drop it in that F-16 so I can give Bobby and TJ, you know, a little some of the business there, cuz.
By the way, Fiery Booty was in the F-16 80mm video that we did, Guniak. Looked phenomenal. I had the Fiery Booty. TJ didn't have a Fiery Booty. Jeff left his little control.
I can't find my controller, man. It's bugging me.
Controller. He couldn't find it, but I had mine, and it looked phenomenal. The Fiery Booty was awesome. So,
hey, man, 3 planes in the air is hard to you know, differentiate who's who. That's but right. Bobby having the Fiery Booty, man, there was no mistaking who was in the lead.
Hey, man, and the airplane was good to go. So it is what it is, and so certainly appreciate that. So you'll be seeing that video come out on that. But let's see. Guniak said the F-35 is much easier to fly than the bigger fan in there. It's got more thrust to basically climb out and out of sight. Oh, dude, and it's hard to see anyway. That little F-35, y'all gonna mess around and make me get one of those again because, you know, look at Zach Marshall. He says, about time, Jeff. Where you been?
Man,
hey, wait. If Zach is just asking that means Zach wasn't in here the whole time.
No, yeah. So Zach, you know, you throw yourself under the bus just now, man. I've already explained my judge, jury, and executioner story.
Oh man, dude, that is hilarious. Let's see. Guniak said straight up right after wheels off the ground. My gosh. And Guniak, you know, that's my kind of flying, man. If I get another one, Ray, I need to do that. Boom. Yeah, you know. Yeah, buddy, glad to hear it. Yeah, Guniak, the Fiery Booty was awesome. So we certainly appreciate that. We got the video of that one coming out. So it'll be neat to see other stuff coming out too along those lines. TJ says, let's go. I can't wait. Guniak, I need a fiery booty. So there you go. Let's see. Email me, tell us. There you go. Let's see. He said, yeah, Bobby, get one and we can fly. I'm serious. I probably will get one. Jeff said, hey, fellas, I got to go to bed. I'm old. Congratulations on Hobbyking and Happy New Year. We'll be talking soon.
I like that little Mad Lib there, Bobby. Talking about I'm old. Hey, man, he's got to make sure his hair is in good shape.
My question is this, Jeff. How is he, I think he's like maybe 9 or 10 years older than I am. How's he got more hair than I have? My hair is starting to thin out, but this hair is super duper thick.
You got like 25 years on me, and look.
And he has the best hair between both of us.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Hey, look, we're not living right. But Jeff,
I take my balding in stride and be happy with it.
And I'll tell you this, Jeff was the #1 dude when we first started this journey with RC, man. He reached out to us, dude, and he kind of took us under the wing and has been nothing but awesome to us from day one. So Jeff's one of our day ones, dude. Along with Michael Raj. Michael Raj is an OG of the channel, you know. So
Reitzka, and I beat Reitzka. Yeah, I won that plane there, cuz. What's up?
He's an OG of the channel, so you can't tell me anything. We have a couple of them in here too.
GB Linda says Jeff has the best hair in RC.
He does,
look at that, man. Look at that.
Let me look in here real quick and see. I need to see if I need to hand out some wrenches because I have been slipping on the JOB since you've been gone, Jeff.
That's all right. I'm about to boot this guy out, cuz.
Who you about to boot out?
That Vorg.org.
Oh, yeah. He was in here I don't know who that is or if he's speaking a different language or something. I don't know, but
we're going to hide him.
Let me make sure.
And block him.
Yep. GB. Got to give that man a wrench. Boom. I don't know. I didn't realize I didn't give it to you in the first place. Let's see. There you go. Now he's got a wrench. He's a deadly dude.
T-Cat RC Creation says Jeff is a hell of a cool guy and has definitely had some of the incredible hair. Ha ha ha.
He is, dude. T-Cat, by the way, you got a wrench too, dude. You're dangerous. You're a dangerous dude in this room.
Hey, Reitzka, that plane is going right back on that page. I don't want no parts of it.
WC Graphics. I couldn't believe you didn't have a wrench either. We've been slipping. I just gave you a wrench. You're a dangerous dude too now. We're arming these dudes, man. Bunch of soldiers in here. There we go. They're nasty now. They are nasty. But yeah, man. Let's see. What did he say? He says he won't fly it, Michael. He's scared of it.
Man.
Hey, Zach. You know what? You might be
Bobby,
right.
Don't you even get on that bandwagon.
You might be right.
You don't even get on that bandwagon.
Hey, look, he's just gonna end up selling it to me anyway, so it's cool. Don't worry about it.
Hey, because look, all reality.
For the discount. Oh, Jeff, that guy right there he's speaking Russian. He's one of our Russian guys.
Who?
VOR.ONG. What is that?
I don't think that's anything, sir.
Well, you know.
No, Mike Reitzka, if it goes, the whole contraption is going. I'm gonna let Zach ship it to whoever he needs to ship it to, because I don't want no part of it.
T-Cat, of course, man. Check out T-Cat for awesome wheel covers, guys. I didn't know that. I did not know that. I'm going to check him out, man. See, this is the cool thing about this whole, that Russian dude is gone. Okay. So the cool thing is, man, this is such a cool network that we have here. So many people have such a skill set in here, Jeff, and so much knowledge. Like we had GB over there dropping knowledge. Jeff's dropping knowledge. Mike is over there dropping knowledge. Gooniac is. I mean, everybody has something to offer, man. It's so cool. Snow Valley.
T-Cat ought to make some. I'll tell you what would be a good outfit for him to make some wheel pants for that FMS Extra 330. Man, they don't come with wheel pants, and it would look good.
Snow Valley's got jokes, dude. He says, "The Free Wings still make new planes." Dang, man.
Snow Valley says, "Is Victor Galavana Nova?"
Who is that?
All right, well, I'll go back and unblock the dude, but I don't know the guy.
Oh, okay. Man, I feel bad. We put him in timeout.
Well, I mean, Vorg.org or whatever it is. I mean, come on now.
It's some type of let's see. Oh, that's the name. Yeah, but is that a real person or is it a or is it like a bot? You know what I mean?
I mean, we're about to find out.
Gooniac says it's Russian Pornhub girl. Oh yeah, if that's the case, hey Jeff, research that real quick because we're about to treat that like a football. But boot that thing.
It says you put him in timeout. I can't do anything.
That's oh yeah. I'm sorry, dude. I'm notorious putting people in timeout. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, we didn't have time for that.
What was it?
It said it was an adult site. This is a friendly, fun-loving channel.
Absolutely.
I just treated them like a football, sir. We don't have a place for that. You do that in your personal time. Let's see. All right. But yeah, man. So Jeff, hey man, let's talk about some stuff, dude. Let's talk about, this is a good one. I always love talking about things. Jeff.
Yes, sir.
Proper RC rules and etiquette 101.
What you want to talk about?
So, you know, when you go and you're if you go to, like, let's say we have a fly-in, you go to a fly-in, right? There's a certain set of rules that you typically follow, right? You come in there, they have the the little pre-mission right there. They sit down, they explain to you, and there's some basic things that when you come to a field.
Who blocks Snow Valley?
Oh no.
Oh, somebody unblocked them.
Oh, that's funny. Maybe it was an accident. Can't be blocking Snow Valley.
Yeah, Snow Valley's been in here a while.
But so, like, let's talk about it, Jeff. What are some things, and you guys, you chime in. What are some things that you guys do when you go to another field or you go to a fly-in that you do?
Well, for one, you know, like our field, for instance.
All right.
We allowed, what, 5 pilots in there at one time?
4.
4. Excuse me.
Yep.
4. 4's a plenty when you're all flying pattern. Okay? But when you're flying stupid, it's you can't have 3D guys flying at the same time as pattern guys, because the pattern guys, yeah, they can stay out of the way, but the 3D guys, you know, they take up the whole runway. I'm guilty of that. I am the same way.
Yeah.
I'll come down and I'll pull it up right above the runway and go.
Absolutely.
But, you know, when it comes to taking turns is a big thing, man.
Right.
You know, fly your tank or half a tank of fuel, whatever, you know. Flying for 20 minutes at a time? Come on, man. I know you're tired of holding them damn sticks, because I get tired of holding the sticks.
Absolutely. And look, 7 minutes is typically about the normal flight time, at least at our field. When you fly, if you fly for 7 minutes, that's a long time, dude. We're flying jets, and you're not going to get any more than, what, 3 minutes, 4 minutes out of it?
Yeah.
So, you know, it's literally that's what you want to do. So another thing is, too, when you come to a new field, you want to be respectful of the people around you, right? So if you got a foam airplane and you got a guy that's got a gas plane, you want to
put your foam airplane up when I got a $3,000 gas plane up. Like, keep that damn thing on the ground, because if you hit my plane, I'm going to be really upset.
Yes. And vice versa, Jeff.
With
if you got a
anybody,
gas plane and you're firing up your gas plane and there's some little foamies back there, be conscious of the guy behind you with the foamy airplanes that's going to get his stuff thrown about 50 yards back behind, right? I mean, T-Cat said it the best. I read the rules of the field first, and that before I arrive. I then talk to the locals to see their take on the field rules. T-Cat, he's got
absolutely
it, respectable dude right there, right off the bat. Med Scott said, follow the flight pattern. You know how difficult it is for some people to follow the flight pattern, or they get out there and they don't even ask and they just fly.
Well, normally the first pilot up sets the pattern.
It's true.
First pilot up, and you follow what he does or she does.
Yep. I mean, honestly, it's true. GB said, and keep your noisy gas crap off when I'm recording videos.
Oh,
GB,
wait. Why's it gotta be crap, though? Come on, man.
He's right, though, Jeff. He's right. You turn your gas planes off and be respectful, because like nothing is worse when you're trying to video and they know you're trying to video and they're sitting there and running their gas planes, or Jeff, they're back in there talking and they know you're recorded and they continue to talk.
Wild Child says all fields
Dude.
should have a sign that reads "Common sense required."
But I'll tell you
Common
this,
sense isn't
hey,
so common nowadays.
dude, common sense isn't common, period. I have learned from my training and experience, it is not common. It just doesn't exist. Look at TJ over there. He's dying.
Because
Jeff.
TJ knows exactly what we're talking about, Bobby.
Yeah, because he understands. Another thing.
And we've got guys in our field that go up and so nitro planes love to sip fuel.
And I got nitro planes and I fly them.
They'll go up and they'll run the dang thing out of fuel and dead stick it because it just they enjoy flying, which is cool. But man, you can't tell me 10, 12 minutes of flight time is enjoyable.
Dude.
Especially when you stand up there. Like, I'm fat, man. I like to sit down after I fly. And you just standing there and come on, man. Your hands got to get tired something.
Look. You guys are taking a little too far. I love gas planes. I love the sound of gas planes. I love the smell of nitromethane. But I love my electric airplane, my electric EDF jets, my electric planes like this. They better be overpowered for me to really enjoy them.
Yak, when you bring that 100cc gas plane coming down the runway to knife edge, 6 feet off the ground, come on, man, ain't nothing like it.
But here's Jeff. Even on top of that, there's a certain set of norms that you're supposed to have when you go to a field, right? You don't just come out there and throw a battery in your airplane, fly, land, throw another battery in your airplane, and keep going and going and going and going and going without any breaks, because there's other people waiting to fly and they might want to go up there. Some people might be new and don't feel comfortable flying with other people.
Right.
So it's very respectful to wait, be patient, fly your turn, take a break, let somebody else fly, take a break, ask them, say, hey, is it cool if I go up with you? I do that every time. And Jeff, you've heard it. I'm like, hey man, is it cool if I go up? And they're like, yeah, man, come on up. And there's been times where I've had somebody that says, hey man, just give me a minute. And I'm like, hey, no problem at all. I try to stay super respectful of that when I'm out there. And Lee Man says, not when I have my glider up, lounge chair Tom. Absolutely. Yeah. Well, if you got your glider up there, man, you're out of the way. You're good. You're so high, you're not even bothering anybody. Victor RC Jet says turbine noise soon for the gas. The gases, guys. Hey, look, the turbines are louder than the gas planes, man. But they sound awesome. They do. But that's just one of the things, man. So, like proper etiquette, Jeff, another thing, dude, I'll go ahead and tell you. This is the first and number one thing, dude. Just don't be boastful, arrogant, or loud. Like, it's cool. We know you know what you're doing. That's awesome. But like, you don't have to be the man. You can be the man when you get home, but not everybody is on your level. It's cool. But arrogant, boastful, and loud people typically, they're very abrasive at the airfield. People come out there to relax and chill. So if you're one of them dudes.
Well, I'm very opinionated, Bobby, and I'm not.
Jeff is one of those dudes, guy. I'm just kidding.
Look, and I may be, but I know how the field. I know the best way to land. You know what I mean? And I'm not that I'm trying to be bossy. I'm trying to be helpful, intuitive, and tell people to tell how to. What's the best way, and where you stand where you want to stand. But if you stand at the very end of the runway. Well, when you land,
TJ,
if you stand to the right of the runway and you land from left to right, you're going to land too far right and go into the woods. TJ, I had to help TJ on that and advise TJ where about the best place to stand was, because when they first started flying with us, Bobby, you remember they're used to flying at a different field,
right?
And they would stand in the middle of the field while they're taking off, and then have to walk back to the pilot stand,
right? And that's the thing. If you're not a very tactful dude and you might be abrasive or you might come off very hard, maybe you might need to not tell them and let somebody else tell them. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. But
I'm very blunt though, Bobby, and you know that.
yeah, I know, and I think that's one of your good character traits too. So it could also be a bad character trait too, for the person if they're not receptive to that kind of thing. You know what I mean? So
It's what it is.
I mean, but
No
that's one
harm, no
thing.
foul is meant. I can promise you that.
Yep. And look, here's another thing too, Jeff. Here's one right here. The only thing when you're out there, dude, is we just ask you to, you know, be yourself, allow others to treat you with respect and do the vice versa, right? These are things that you do when you come to, a field, you come to anybody's fields, because guess what? Like, first impressions are everything. I don't care who you are, but like first impressions are everything. So if you come out there being Mr. Know-it-all, I got this. All right, cool, man. That's cool. But when you crash and everybody sees you crash, don't be mad when people start laughing. We've seen it before. We've seen it.
You'd be like, Bobby, oh no.
Yeah, you'll be like me. Oh no. Boom.
Yeah, look, Ashton made a good point there, Bobby. You scroll up to Ashton's comment and said, oh, that must be
right.
It must be Rodney.
Yeah, but
Ashton
that's
popped in and said, there might have a kid that wants to fly.
Yeah.
And kids are intimidated, man. They don't want to fly with these fast planes. They don't want to fly with the big gas plane.
Right.
I think finally, the other day, me and Ashton flew our F-16s together. He's got the 70 millimeter, I got the 80 millimeter. And it's, he's wanting to stay all high up, and of course, I'm trying to watch him and fly at the same time, and it's
right.
He was nervous, which is understandable completely.
Yep. But it's Ashton Jones. You're right. If we don't keep the kids involved, we will lose this hobby, and it will become nothing but drones. And we all know that you're not really flying the drone. The drone is technically flying itself. You're just pointing in the direction and controlling altitude, right? So, but I mean, that's all I'm gonna say on that one. But he's absolutely right. That's our future, man. Those are going to be the ones when we're old folks, and the government could be trying to come in and regulate or whatever, or somebody or legislature, whatever. It's going to be those young guys that are come up to the plate and come to bat. So it's our duty, man, to make sure we raise them right. We bring them up.
Have you even thought, Bobby, that you and I are going to be those old guys one day?
Absolutely, man. I'm halfway there. I'm halfway there. I'm halfway there, Jeff.
Angry at the new guys that are coming to the field, like, oh man, not another one.
I got about
we got to train this guy too.
Yeah, and then that's it. But I'm gonna be that guy, that old guy at the airfield, flying airplanes that shouldn't probably be flying and can't see and scaring everybody. That's gonna be me.
We got a guy in our field that he will nitpick. Oh, you're doing this wrong. Oh, you got to have your rates on this switch. Man, leave me alone and let me fly the way I fly.
Don't be a know-it-all arrogant.
I don't have to have expo. I fly just fine without expo and without rates.
Hey, just because you know something doesn't mean you need to share it. You know what I mean? That's it. Like, don't be the answer to the question nobody ever asked. You know what I mean? Don't be that person. We have that. So, and it rubs people wrong, and it is what it is. TCAT says TCAT RC Creation says a rule should be respect the type of aircraft everyone chooses to fly or is qualified to fly. There isn't one type of aircraft, and there isn't necessarily better or worse than another. No ego. Thank you. That's exactly what I was just hitting on, dude. Dead on.
It's a hobby. We're all here to have a good time, have fun flying.
Yep.
And enjoy it. If we don't enjoy it, the hobby's going to die. Yeah. If we got guys that are just nitpicking everything, man, it's never gonna progress.
It's gonna mimic, our government. The people, the government is by the people, so it will mimic what we do, man. So you got to start somewhere. Lee Man says, also be aware of others' limitations. Not everyone can do what you do. Bingo. And not everyone wants to do what you do. Jeff likes to do 3D stuff and hover and stuff like that, and do a bunch of aerobatic and stuff. Me, I personally don't care for it. I respect it and I think it's cool, but that's just not me. I blew Jeff's mind when I was up there with that airplane I bought from him, that little 580, and he saw me get nasty with it. He was like, I didn't know you could do that kind of stuff. I was like,
TJ, I know
TJ
you
said
can
the same
fly, but
thing.
I didn't know you could fly.
Yeah. TJ said the same thing about Jeff. I'm like, just because, we don't do it doesn't mean we can't do it. You know what I mean? So that's the cool thing. My thing is I just try to remain humble, man, in everything that I do. Sometimes, you know, there's only one thing that I can actually really say I'm not humble about, Jeff, and that's my shooting abilities. I'm nasty with it under stress, under whatever. But that's for another day.
We're gonna have a problem here, guys. Hold on one second.
Guniac says, always be respectful of what planes are in the air. When you're planning to go up, tend to wait it out. When I'm new at the field or others already flying. Absolutely, dude. Absolutely. And I mean, that's it, dude. Be respectful. That's all we ask. If you're the new guy at the field, man, you should be hanging back and watching what's going on and then going up and talking to people and then filling it out. And then you go in there and you do your thing, right? That's what you do. You don't just bust up in there and then start laying your stuff out all over the place and then start flying. Like, you're just not going to do that. It's not going to go over well, especially if you don't have good communication skills anyway. And there are people out there. Me and Jeff have encountered those people, and we're just kind of like, I'm like, Jeff, just let them be, dude. I'm like, it's just who they are. They don't know any. They don't know any better. Snow Valley says, I seen the kids at his field. You got kids running all over the place. He goes, yeah, I got a heck of a kid. He's got a bunch of kids at his field, and the old guys are like kids too. Hey, young kids keep old guys young, man. Look at TJ. He says, it would be fun to fly at Ray's field. It would be fun to fly out there. Nate, 16, and Jack R, 11, are better pilots than almost everyone at the field. Absolutely, dude. Yeah. But guess what? They got good because of people like you, Guniac, and they learn from you guys. These guys are younger, but they sit there and watch you guys and mimic. So, of course, they're going to be better, That's what you want. That's what I want. That's why I don't fly at Moore County RC. It's old field Nazis. Yeah. Yeah. I can't stand that. Matter of fact, we spoke to somebody that had a run-in with somebody like that, didn't we, Jeff, at one of our local fields? Guy came out there and told him that he wasn't supposed to be out there flying and this, that, and the other. I'm like,
yeah, because he wasn't a member, but then we got guys, coming flying at our field that aren't members. So I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah. Yep. It is what it is. So did we get all crazy and run them off? No. We try to give them advice and say, hey, dude, just so you know, you might want to do this, 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 this. And then we back off and let you do your thing. The FOGs do run the next generation. Yeah, GB, you're right, man. So, and guess what? The FOGs are sitting here watching our channels. They're following what we do, and they're learning from us, so they will do what we do and probably do it better. It's just the way it is. So TCAT says this hobby is so much more fun when we are all on the same side, learn from one another, respect all types of RC, and help when appropriate. Yeah, dude. Here's a cool thing. Helicopters. We got a guy that flies helicopters at our field. It's mind-boggling how he can make that thing do what it does and turn around. He will fly that helicopter, and I'm talking about Steve Conley. Is that his name, Jeff?
Yep, Steve Conley.
Steve Conley will fly that helicopter like you have not seen, man. Awesome flyer. And then turn around and fly an airplane the dang same way he flew that helicopter. Mind-blowing.
Best pilots. Most time.
Respect. And like I said, I'm not a 3D dude, but I give credit where it's due. And that man, Jeff is watching him, and Jeff will be as good as him if he keeps doing what he does. I promise you that. So, and even TJ's over there meddling with the 3D airplanes. I see him over there trying to get his little aerobatic on with that airplane. So it's just positivity is like, it's addicting. You know what I mean? If you're a positive dude and you pass that stuff on, man, it's addicting, and it goes on and it runs and it runs and it runs. That's all I'm gonna say. Get on my soapbox.
There's normally, you're either a really good heli pilot or you're a really good airplane pilot.
Mm-hmm.
And Steve is both. Now, I love Steve to death, but Jimmy Bullard, man, let me tell you something.
Tell me about Jimmy Bullard.
Jimmy Bullard is the best, hands down, helicopter pilot and RC pilot I believe I've seen when it comes to 3D. Like he is just. I've got video of Jimmy grabbing this plane while it's hovering in front of him. Like he'll grab it and push it up out of the way. Like it's crazy.
Blows my mind, man. Some of the stuff. And Jeff, it's been cool for me just to see the evolution of you with your 3D journey. You know what I mean?
I started with the E-Flight Extra 300, man. That was my first 3D plane.
Dude, I love sitting back watching that, man. I just love it. So it's just
when
cool.
you can take a $3,000 airplane, Bobby, and pull it up over the runway and hover it, you know, I'm feeling pretty good about it.
Yeah, even TJ, we've seen TJ. He came out there and was a good flyer anyway, but we've seen him progress too. That joker's making some greasy landings and buttery landings too. Like, you know, very respectable. Under stress, airplane engines running out, batteries, you know, running out, and the man's still landing them with twigs in them and still getting them down. It's awesome. It's awesome. So it's cool. Jason Aldridge says, I have the King Air from Hobby King. Love it. That King Air looks cool. It's on our list, man. We will have one for sure. So we're just kind of hanging tight on that one. I'm telling you, Hobby King has been producing some awesome stuff. So they've got our attention and they are on our radar. We love it. And so X-Fly is going to be the next thing that we jump on to and take a look at because, you know, I don't think that we've given them their due, man, their review that they need. And I love to review new airplanes and stuff. So, but I also like to lay back and let some new stuff come out and ease off of it. So Lee Man says, oh, not at our field. Our club is made mostly of retired military. So you follow orders or you're out. I love that too, Lee Man. I love that. Let's see. I like having the chain of command.
Hey, Bobby.
Yes, sir. You got to
punch
punch out?
Run. Yeah, I got to go get a call.
Hey, do your thing, dude. We're done anyway. It's been an hour and 51 minutes. We've been rolling like a train. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Seeing you guys hover jets is insane. I watched, what was it? Jonathan with Sync RC. He taught me something that I didn't even know.
Yeah, named Crow.
He did Crow on the Viper 90 and put it in a hover, a high alpha hover. Not a hover, but in high alpha. And that was very impressive. I thought that was cool. You know, I'm like, who would have thought of doing that? But he did it, you know? So you got to give respect where it's at, man. You know, you do.
Bobby, I'm out, brother. I'll see you guys.
Jeff,
thanks, man.
Good having you, man.
Sorry,
I'm going to shut this
thing
down anyway. So
I'll see you in the morning. We're flying.
Hey, I'll see you then, bro.
All right, buddy. See you guys.
Talk to you then. Let's see. But Lee Man says, I love my extra 300, even though I'm not a good 3D pirate. Hey, man, you got to start somewhere. And that one's a good one. That's a good starting point, too. So P. Franco says, we member that is all negative. He runs new and potential members away because he's old school. How can you phase guys out like that to grow the club and people who want to get into the hobby? Yeah, man, those people are pretty cancerous. And the only way to do something like that is you're going to have to route them out or vote them out, you know? And so if you get enough people, to come to an agreement and acknowledge that there's a problem, you know, you can weed those people out, but you're going to have to be unified in that movement. And you dang sure want to make sure you're right. You know, that person's cancerous because you don't want to have a victim or some personal vendetta. So that's good stuff, man. Definitely good. Guniak says, y'all can keep that rigid. Those dudes crash more than anyone. It's true. I've seen a lot of people crash doing 3D and stuff like that. That's the problem, you know. So, you know, Singh says, yeah, that's one of my goofy tricks. But like I said, you know, who would have ever thought about doing that and hovering an airplane like that? And it's cool because I like seeing different stuff like that, you know. It's just very neat. It's just very neat. He says, I wanted a sport jet that could do it all. Well, that Viper 90, sir, you have made it do it all. So it's very, very neat. Mamba 60E is an awesome 3. It is. That Mamba 60E is something else. So, yeah, P. Franco, man, I mean, you know, that's the best way. Just make sure you guys are unified and, you know, and also if the guy is approachable and you think you can talk to him, man, sit down and try to talk to him, you know, if he's worth it. So, you know, I'm telling you, man, it's very interesting to see that kind of thing, but it is what it is. But guys, we've been running hard for almost 2 hours, man, and I don't normally run that hard for 2 hours. But um, it has been fun. I'm tired. I think it's time to let you guys go, get back to your families. Let's see here. We'll do a quick rundown. We talked about proper etiquette of, uh, let's see, field etiquette. We've talked about, let's see, the FMS pits. We covered how many airplanes you guys have crashed in 2021. Some of you guys are telling the truth. Some of you are not. Just kidding. Let's see. We actually asked about how many people balance charge their lipos every time and the importance of doing that. If you know, if you don't know, if you're new, balance charge your lipos will make them last longer and it's safer for your batteries. 1C is the magic number if you're going to charge them. Hey, if you want to go to 2C, do 2C. Sometimes I do 2C. Don't get crazy with it. If you're going to storm in an ammo can, a fireproof box. You know, me, I have a fire retardant blanket I cover over my stuff every time I'm charging. That's just me personally. And I have a fire retardant blanket that you can purchase off of Amazon. I put it under there too. Why? So I can contain it, because my wife ain't trying to hear why the house burnt down because of a $50-something lipo. But gentlemen, certainly appreciate it. You get a good chance, make sure you check out our good friends at RaleighHobbyShop.com. They do a really good job. They're very supportive. They're local guys and, you know, very nice staff there. They've been nothing but nice to us. They're real close to me, and I'm always about supporting local. And so I picked those guys out, and boom, those are the ones I run with, and I super support them. So check them out. RCBatteriesUSA.com. They've got some most legit batteries over there too. So check those guys out. They do really good. And one last thing. You can, let's see, I want to make sure we covered everything, and we did. So boom, there we go. One last thing before we go. I want to tell you guys Happy New Year. Hope you guys have a good one. Have a safe one. And, you know, get some flying in. I hope you start your new year off flying. And, you know, may everybody make it to 2022 safe and sound. And GB Linden, thank you for coming into the channel. And love the conversation. Gooniac, Fiery Booty, we appreciate you. Med Scott, P. Franco, thank you for popping in, sir. TCAT RC Creations, guys, love to have you in here. Synthenasia Sync RC, thanks for popping in too. Nice to have a local guy into the house. Lee Man, let's see, Aerial RC Works, Jason Aldridge, TJ, you know, you're one of our faves. Mike Roska, having him in here. He's one of the channel OGs, original members there. And if I missed anybody, Ashton Jones, Lee Man. Let's see, Victor RC Jets. I love watching your videos, man, and the journey that you're doing too. WC Graphics, we certainly appreciate you. Snow Valley, it's always a pleasure to have you in here. And let's see, Zach Marshall, he's my local buddy, good guy. Jeff's Customs RC, super nice dude. Make sure you check these guys out. And again, like I said, there's a lot of talent in the room. A lot of guys have their own channels. And thank you for popping into ours. Make sure you go and check those guys and subscribe to their channels too, because there's enough people out here, man. There's enough, you know, view time for everybody. So there's no need to not look at that. Too much information out there. Guys, thanks for coming in. Thanks for hanging out. Hope you have a good, blessed New Year's. And again, take care of yourself. And we'll see you next Thursday, 9 o'clock, same place, same time. And maybe we can actually get Jeff to stay here and get here on time. Take care. Thanks again.